Hey guys, it's Jenna, and I was brave and went outside today. I'm pretty proud of myself. Okay, so we are halfway through the month of March, and I literally just realized that I never filmed my February wrap-up video. I am a terrible person. February was not that great of a reading month for me, but I did get through 2 books, and so in this video I will be sharing those with you, as well as talking about my March TBR, which I am already most of the way through. I'm losing my mind. But without further ado, this is my February wrap-up and my March TBR video. The first book I read in February was A City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, and I honestly thought this was better than the first book. I guess first books in series always kind of start out slow because you're still getting to meet the characters, but then you get to the second book, and it's just very exciting. I don't like this whole outside thing. There's a bug. I hate bugs. I won't be going into much detail about any of these books, but all you really need to know about this one is that Valentine, of course, is up to no good once again. Basically, he just wants to start a war, and it's up to Clary and Juice to stop him. I'll be honest, I had really low expectations for this book because everyone had told me that the second one was the worst, but it was way better than I expected it to be, and I really enjoyed it. The second book that I read in February was The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, and I absolutely loved this book so much. In this book, we follow a teenage girl named Ruby who has lived the last 6 years of her life in basically a concentration camp for children. Her life begins terribly, and she just is in a terrible situation. Most of the kids in the US have contracted this disease, which is IAANS, IANS. I'm not sure if people even abbreviate it like that, but that's how it's spelled in the book. And basically, most of the kids who contract this disease, they just die. But whatever kids are left get special abilities or powers, or however you want to put it. There are 5 different abilities you could have, and they are all sorted by colors. Green is super intelligence. Yeah, like super smart with everything and math and computers, and that would not be me. Blue is telekinesis, so basically moving things without touching them, which seems pretty awesome. I guess that would be one of the main ones I would want to have. Yellow is electricity powers, so basically they can do anything that uses electricity, batteries, power, all that stuff. It's cool. Yeah, I like that one too, but I would not want it for myself because I would shock everyone I touched. The fourth one is red, which is fire powers, and I feel like this one would be cool too because they can just, fire. Yeah, but I again would not want that one for myself because I would set myself on fire and everything on fire. Like that would not be a good situation for me. And the last one is orange, and they have mind control. They can put images in your head with their head, and that is the one I would want, okay? Like, you can control people to do things, and it's just awesome, okay? I would want that. When the children arrive at the camps, they are supposed to be immediately sorted, but when Ruby gets there, she convinces the man who is, not surveying them, but, studying the kids, that she's a green and not an orange. But she's an orange! Ruby goes on to be a green for 6 years, and she lives at this camp working and doing all this stuff for the government for a whole 6 years. And it starts when she's 10, so she basically has a 4th grader's education, and it goes on until she is 16 and she breaks out. There are some absolutely amazing characters in this book that I grew to love so quickly. I love them all so much. This was a wonderful, amazing book, and if I tell you any more of the plot or the summary, I will give away the entire book, but sometime in the future, I will post a video that my friend Christy and I did, and basically we talked about the entire book and spoiled the whole thing, but I have not gotten around to editing it yet because it's like half an hour long. We could just not stop talking about The Darkest Minds. Wow, we are crazy. Those are the only books I read in February. As I said, it was a very slow month for reading, but that's okay. So far in the month of March, I've been doing a little bit better, I guess. So yes, let's see what I'm reading this month. The first book I read in the month of March was Everything Everything by Nicole Yoon, and wow. Christy and I did a review on this book already. It's already up, so you can go watch that if you want. I obviously will not be going into extreme details on this book, but I would like to point out that I don't usually reach for the contemporaries, but I was drawn first to the cover of this book. They always say never to judge a book by its cover, but I have not listened to that rule. But despite my usual preferences of dystopian books or anything that involves abilities or powers or anything like that, I reached for this book, and I'm so glad I did. Okay, it's sprinkling now, so I'm going to run and get these books inside as quickly as possible, so I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, where was I? The next book in my March TBR is Never Fade, which is the second book in the Darkest Mind series, and I actually just finished this book last night, so I think I can do a pretty good review on it. Christy warned me that I would cry while reading this book. She was right. I'm so thankful that Christy introduced me to this series. Unfortunately, I don't think I can tell you much about this book until you've read The Darkest Minds, but we continue to follow the character Ruby. I will be honest, I'm always a little bit nervous about reading sequels because I'm afraid they will not live up to the glory of the first book, and this was not that way. Also, in Never Fade, they introduced a lot of new characters, but there were 3 really big main characters that were new. I love them all. I love them all. I love all the characters in this book. I love the old characters. I love the new characters. I love them all. And then there's Clancy, but he's another story. Finally, I started this lovely book last night, and it is City of Glass by Cassandra Clare, which is the 3rd book in the Mortal Instruments series. I'm really excited to read this book because so far I have loved the Mortal Instruments series and everything Cassandra Clare writes, so I'm very, very excited to read the rest of this series. Also, a ton of people have told me that the 3rd book is the best book in this series, which gives me really, really high hopes for this book. So, yay! I'm so excited. That is about it for my February wrap-up and my March TBR. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up down there, and comment any books you would like me to read in the future. Also, if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you in my little library. Yeah. That was a weird metaphor. You guys are a part of my library. What? Okay. Also, you guys can follow me on Goodreads. The link will be down there in the description box, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye! So without further ado, am I even saying that right? Whoa. Hold on, it's at the bottom of my stack. I have a large stack. I mean, but
Sorry.
Dad, oh my gosh, cars are so loud. Why am I sitting outside? It also kind of looks like it's gonna rain. I hope it doesn't rain because I have bigger books out here. That's not good. I don't know how to make four. That works. Alright. Oh, I can't cry right now. Filming video. Okay. Oh, I can.